I'm going to wrap up the panel with a simple question, which is, what would you like to see out of Brexit? And what do you expect to get? Adam.
What I'd like to see is clarity. I know businesses can get on with it. I have faith in businesses' ability to transform, change, and succeed. They need that clarity. Right now, they're not getting it, and they don't look like getting it over the next 6 months.
Okay, Jigar, so what would you like to see in terms of Brexit? Customs union, single market, WTO rules, and what are you expecting?
I mean, sure, we'd like to have a customs union with a high degree of regulatory alignment. But more than that, we want clarity. We need a predictable political process. Regardless of the endpoint, we can then begin to plan for that. Our preferred endpoint is, as I said, but give us an endpoint, you know, and work towards it. Because there are bigger things. You mentioned AI and finance. We've got autonomous aircraft and electrification of aircraft. Everyone else is moving ahead except us. Let's let's sort Brexit so we can focus on the bigger challenges ahead.
Jeremy.
I think the referendum result should be respected in good faith. But I hope that United Kingdom will have a comprehensive and mutually beneficial trading relationship with the rest of our own continent. And I also, to build on a point Adam made, hope that businesses will also think in more ambitious and expansive terms, which is not incompatible with Britain's membership of the EU, but perhaps this offers them a spur to do that. 7% of the people in the world live in Europe, so we can think a bit about the remaining 93% of the world's population at the same time. And it may be an opportunity for some businesses to be more imaginative and rethink some of their models. And I hope we will end up with an outcome which I suspect most people think will be disruptive to a greater or lesser extent in the short to medium term, but which will work in the medium and longer term. What do I expect? Something altogether less ambitious and a bit underwhelming. And no, I think it's very. I think everything I just said, though I say it myself, is quite logical. But I don't. You know, I mean, I visited every country in the EU last year and the year before. I was in Brussels last week. There's the EU Council later this week. I mean, do you all feel on track for something really ambitious and mutually beneficial by March of next year, or even by the end of 2020? So I think we will end up with something. I think we will get a deal, is my guess. It will be all right insofar as it goes, but it will be a bit lowest common denominator, and there will be an obvious need to revisit the arrangements once the sort of dust has settled and the wounds have slightly healed, and we can have a more constructive conversation on both sides about how we can maximise the relationship between the UK and the EU, which is clearly an important commercial relationship for both sides.